Well, Brad, that is the question. Are they connected? This is very scary for drivers all over the metro. Police say there have been 6 area highway shootings in the last 5 days, and that's only the beginning. Well, what I can tell you is around 3 o'clock this afternoon, that's when the call came in at 2:45 actually, and as you can see behind me, still police activity and plenty of damage here at the Hawthorne Place Apartments in Independence near 291 and Highway 24. Brad, Highway 50 was closed for about 3 hours today. It's open and now, but it's roads like this one that folks are still a little concerned about. This is Division Road, about 2 miles west of Warrensburg. This road was completely covered just a few hours ago. Now that water is down more than 15 feet. Yeah, guys, you know, fans have been here all afternoon lining up looking for his limo to drive by. In fact, he drove by a little bit ago and waved to the crowd. I could not turn the camera on fast enough to shoot it as much as I wanted to. Still, other fans have been lining up and looking to buy a shirt tonight. Yeah, it's a big night for a ton of fans in Kansas City. Yeah, that's right, Brad. You know, investigators are still on the scene here down in the city market some 7 hours after that fire early this morning, trying to pinpoint exactly how this underground fire started. Kansas State Wildcat team is focused, so focused they didn't even have a pep rally this morning leading into this thing. It's been a long day for the Wildcats, and they've still got more than 3 hours to wait. Well, guys, Michael Sam's announcement last night was really not a surprise to most students on campus that we talked to today. They say they support their former football star no matter what. Well, Brad, as you know, it's been well over 6 months since that Chiefs playoff loss to the Colts, but today that football feeling was back in the air. We take you inside the Chiefs practice facility as the team packed up. Yeah, Amy, so far so good here at the Kansas Speedway. We're talking about 35-minute rain delay to start this race today. That's when the dark clouds rolled through, but only a handful of drops coming down at the beginning of the race. Well, guys, this is a wild story. Police say this started with a convenience store robbery and ended with several cars avoiding bricks on the highway at 55 miles an hour. Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Shope. Michael Coleman has the night off. The Royals looking to forget about that blowout loss to the Twins last night. A win today, and they could still take that series. It would be their 3rd straight road series win and move. Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Shope. Michael Coleman has the night off. TV ratings for the World Cup in the U.S. have been off the charts, near Super Bowl numbers, if they could just get one more win this afternoon. Take a look at this. Power and Light featured on ESPN throughout the game today. That's pretty cool. Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Shope. Michael Coleman has the night off. The Chiefs get back to work this weekend at Arizona, trying to get over that 2-game slide. To break that slide, they're going to have to stop the run. Hello, everyone. I'm Alan Shope. Michael Coleman has the night off. A very disappointing Monday for the guys in red as the season officially ended last night. The team getting the win over the Chargers, but it wasn't good enough to get them to the postseason. Happy New Year's to you and yours. The Missouri Tigers trying to start 2015 on a good note. The Tigers back in a New Year's Day bowl game playing Minnesota in the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Struggling early, down 7-zip. They pull out the tricks, including the fake punt. It's not the kind of place you'd expect to see a state trooper loading up on a train.
When you see a train, you think it's going at slow speeds. They're slow, they're so large, but in fact they do travel at high speeds, and trains don't have brakes.
Today, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, along with the Warrensburg Police, took to the tracks as part of their Information Lifesaver campaign. The goal, convince drivers to be more alert at train crossings.
So it takes over a mile for a train to come to a stop. If you see the stop arms coming or warning device activated, slow down and look. Never try to beat the train.
And too many times, the person in this seat can't do much about it.
There's very little. All they can do is sound the audible warning, the horn, and hopefully the person that is on or near the track will get out of the way.
But sometimes stopping at train lights can be a little more complicated. One driver we talked to today says she wanted to stop, but by the time she saw the flashing red lights, her car had already passed the gate.
I thought the safest thing for me to do was to get through the intersection as quickly as possible. So I was doing what I thought was the safest thing to do.
People basically need to pay attention, and the motto of Operation Lifesaver is to look, listen, and live, and far too many people are getting injured and killed in these traffic crashes crossing the railroad track.
In fact, according to Union Pacific, someone is hit by a train every 3 hours nationally. In Warrensburg, Alan Shope, KCTV 5 News. It's 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, 12 months a year, but it's not the kind of workout you might expect. 30-year-old Nick Scott is paralyzed from the waist down. He's also a nationally known bodybuilder.
I feel amazing because it's like It's like me being one with the weights.
It was a 1998 car wreck that left Nick paralyzed, but it did not slow him down. Nick knew he could still follow his dream.
After my accident, I had nothing. That's what I felt like. I felt like I lost everything, but lifting was the one thing I had. So instead of focusing on the negative stuff, I focused on the positive aspects and what I could do.
And now Time Magazine has taken notice of Nick's story. They recently used Nick in a photo shoot and video for an upcoming issue. Nick is currently second in the world.
You know, it's like this close to beat the guy, but it's okay.
Fact is, Nick's won just about every other battle in his life and hopes this Time Magazine story will put wheelchair bodybuilding on a bigger stage soon.
It's about bringing awareness to the disabled community. In reality, we all have disabilities, but one of mine is visible.
He adds one more message for others dealing with tragedy.
If you pursue your passion, if you pursue something that you love, you become self-motivated.
The Time Magazine article is scheduled to go to print next week. In Ottawa, Alan Shope, KCTV 5 News.
You want to go someplace? Where you want to go?
Red is a 13-year-old chocolate lab.
Go get me a stick. Little bit too big for you, buddy.
And well, these days, he does a lot more of this than this. He knows when there's a problem.
Red came and opened up the bedroom door because it wasn't totally closed and barked at me.
Red was a stray that was adopted by Garnett, Kansas Police Chief Kevin Pekarik and his wife Diana 9 years ago. The couple knew the dog was special, and he proved it this week when an elderly neighbor tripped over her lawnmower and broke her hip. The woman's faint calls for help weren't heard by anyone except Red.
I got up to see what he wanted, and he took off for the patio door. I opened up the patio door, and about that time he darted off across the yard to the shed at the back of the yard. And as I was walking toward him, I started hearing somebody holler, "Help me. Somebody please help me."
And the neighbor had been in the shed for over an hour. Had it not been for Red's constant barking, who knows how long she might have been there. Joan's family believes Red saved her life.
He knew that by the sound of her voice that something wasn't right.
Joan is recovering from surgery in a Kansas City area hospital. As for Red, he's just happy playing ball, but his ears will always be on patrol.
He's just an amazing dog.
I think you put this guy on staff, couldn't you?
Yes, extremely intelligent dog.
In Garnett, Kansas, Alan Shope, KCTV 5 News.